What is going on, guys? It's King Joker, and today I got my very first One Piece theory on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the true meaning of the Will of D and how this can relate to the past with Joy Boy and Joy Boy's descendants, and also how the Sun God Nika fruit originally wasn't meant for Luffy. If you guys are going to enjoy this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and if you do subscribe, make sure to put that notification bell on for me so you can be updated for more videos. Let's get right into the theory. The base of this theory is that the people who have the Will of D are destined to have hatred or be screwed over by the world government. First, let's start with each of the main families with the Will of D, starting with the Gold family. Gold D. Roger is the king of the pirates, but we don't know much about his past before that. We'll most likely find out more soon because we got the Rock's backstory coming up in the not Rock's backstory. We got the God Valley flashback coming up in the manga, which we might learn more about Rock's and about Roger there. So we're gonna have to see. But the main thing about Roger is everybody that Roger knew before he died, it was considered a criminal because they were associated with him. After Roger died, they hunted down anybody and everybody who had any connection to Roger to snuff out the flames of rebellion, but you could never burn them flames. Am I right, Whitebeard? Oh, I miss bro. Next character we got is Porcus D. Rouge, the lover of Roger. They never actually got married because, my boy Roger he was on them seas, bro. He couldn't take care of no kids. He was on them seas. But Rouge had to hold in Roger's son, Porcus D. Ace, for another 12 months after he was supposed to be born. So Ace was in his mom's womb for 20 months, which is crazy. Or at 19, 20, 21? Somewhere around that, either 21 or 20 months after he was supposed to be born, which this led to when Ace was born, she died because she was associated with Roger because the world government was after anybody who knew Roger. After that, we have the child of Porcus D. Rouge and Gold Roger, Porcus D. Ace. Ace was marked as a criminal from birth. He had to live his entire life knowing that he could not trust anybody with knowing who his real father was. And he both hated the world and he hated his father for that fact, so he wanted to outdo what Roger has done. The thing about most of these characters is they didn't really blame their struggles on the world government, but you could tell that the stuff that they went through was because of the world government. But if that's not proof enough to you, let's continue. And next family we have is the Monkey family. I said let me continue, but this is a family that we don't know much about. We'll start off with Dragon. Everyone suspects that Luffy's mom was killed by the world government and he has witnessed the terrible things that the world government has done. Something that he used to be a Marine. But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to throw up in the air about Dragon. We're probably going to find out in the future eventually. Another theory that people had is maybe that Dragon was at God Valley with Garp. Which, if Dragon was a Marine, this is highly possible. But we don't know. Speaking of Garp, Garp is the next member of the Monkey family. Garp, we don't know what really links him to being screwed over by the world government, but he does have a hatred for the way that the world government operates things, and he's only a Marine to help people. He doesn't actually want to work with the world government. He just likes saving people. Now we're going on to the main character, Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy is the same as Garp and Dragon, kinda. The world government is the one of the main things that's standing between him and becoming king of the pirates, but also most of the suffering that his friends and the people he meets go through is because of the world government. So he sees oh, these guys are terrible, I need to defeat them type thing, which is probably gonna happen soon. Finally, we get to the newest family with the Will of D, which is the Nefertari family, which is the main reason I made this video. Cobra, Nefertari Cobra. Cobra, literally almost his entire kingdom was taken over by a seven world of the sea because of a decision that the world government had made. And also, the moment that Vivi found out that she had the Will of D, her dad dies. You can't make this shit up, bro. And we'll figure out more about Nefertari Lily in the future, but there are some theories that Lily is Emu, so we'll see. And there are some other characters that have the will of D as well, such as Law. Law's entire island was taken out by the world government because there was a disease spreading on the island. But instead of the government, trying to figure out a way to cure the disease, maybe calling somebody up like Vegapunk or Caesar or something. Even though Caesar was a part of Mads, so yeah, they could have called on Caesar to figure out something. They just said that it's too risky for the disease to get out, wipe the whole island off the face of the earth. And that's what they did. There are other characters we don't know much about that have the will of D. For instance, Blackbeard. We finna find more out about in the future. Saul, we're finna see Saul again in the manga once we get to Elbaf, and Rox, because Rox seemed to be at God Valley for the purpose of killing celestial dragons. So there's something for sure happened in the past between Rox and the world government, but we're gonna have to see. So, the main purpose of this theory is that every member of the Will of D is somehow, whether it was intentional or not, was screwed over by the world government. Let's think, what does the Will of D stand for? And I think it stands for Destiny to Destroy. Let's go back a little bit, and I'm going to change subjects just a tiny bit. Let's go to Toki. Toki was a woman who lived on the land of Wano, and she was married to Kazuki Oden, and she had the ability of the time fruit. She's also from 800 years in the past, which is around after the Void Century or a little bit during the Void Century. It's confusing because some people say it was 800 years or 900 years ago. I think 900 years ago was the beginning, 800 years was after. So it was 100 years of stuff happening, which is the Void Century, which we'll find out about once we get to the One Piece. Toki had the time fruit in Wano, but considering that she could only travel herself and other people forward through time, I don't think she had a very good control over her fruit. Or maybe she hadn't had the fruit for very long. I believe that 800 years ago there was another user of the time fruit that worked with Joy Boy during the war between Joy Boy and Imu. This was probably towards the end where Imu was close to winning. The time fruit user looked into the future and saw that a man with a D in their name will rise with Joy Boy's fruit and take out Imu in the future. But since they had no idea of knowing whose descendant it would be, they all vowed to put a D in their name and pass it on to their children, so the next Joy Boy will return with the destiny to destroy the world government or the destiny to free the world. So basically I'm saying that the Will of D stands for destiny, but we'll see. If this is true, then this could confirm some theories that Lily is a spy for Joy Boy, which makes sense because the Nefertari family was a part of the original 21 families that started the world government, but they have the D in their name, so it would make sense that they were a spy for Joy Boy inside of the world government. Also, if another theory is correct that Joy Boy was actually a giant, this could possibly mean that Jaguar D Sol is a descendant of Joy Boy himself, because it seems like the giants are very connected with Joy Boy, and a lot of people think that Joy Boy was a giant. So if Joy Boy was a giant and the descendant theory is true, then that means Jaguar D Sol could be a descendant of Joy Boy. But now let's talk about the one thing that got to decide who the next Joy Boy was the sun god Nika fruit. We all know that devil fruits have a mind of their own. That's why nobody has had the Gum Gum fruit for a long time before Luffy, and those who didn't haven't awakened it until Luffy. But what if Nika wasn't waiting for Luffy and instead was looking for someone else? Who is the main person in the entirety of One Piece that goes against the world government the most? Yes, I'm actually talking about Monkey D. Dragon. Or, if you don't believe that the sun god Nika fruit was looking for Dragon, what if Shanks was? A theory that a lot of One Piece fans have is that Shanks was going to the Goa King to find Ace and give him the Gum Gum fruit so he could become the next king of the pirates. But if Shanks really does know more about the fruit than we think, he might have actually been coming to find Dragon, considering that this was the kingdom he was born in. Now, we gotta remember, this was Shanks before he became a Yonko, so he probably didn't have enough status or allies to demand an audience with Dragon, so he went to the Goa Kingdom to find some clues as to where he would be. But instead, there, he found Luffy, Dragon's son. So that's probably why they spent like a month in Windmill Village coming and going. But Luffy ate the fruit because the fruit chose him, the closest thing to Dragon's bloodline. I'm not saying that bloodlines have anything to do with it. The fruit just most likely chose Luffy. But it would make a lot of sense for Shanks to be looking for the person who would share the most similarities with Joy Boy in terms of saving people. Joy Boy has always been known as this god that saved a lot of people, freed slaves, and went against the world government. Shanks the only other person in the One Piece world that has done more against the world government than Joy Boy, or as much as Joy Boy, and is actively trying to take down the world government, is Dragon. So it would make sense that Shanks was looking for Dragon to give him the Gum Gum fruit, because it would make the most sense for Dragon to become Joy Boy and take down the government using the Sun God Nika fruit. But that is going to be all for today, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this little theory. Let me actually properly wrap it up. Theory is, the Will of D stands for destiny. Destiny to destroy, or destiny to free the world. The destiny that was given to them by their ancestors, and the Will of D was passed down by the previous user of the time fruit, and also Monkey D. Dragon was the original, or was supposed to be the original user of the Sun God Nika fruit. The only thing that we can't really be certain of is if the Sun God Nika fruit actually came in contact with Dragon, would it accept him? It's not like that. We don't know how exactly the devil fruit has a mind of its own thing works. It seemed like the Gum Gum fruit was somehow avoiding people all the time until he met Luffy. But what if the fruit met Dragon before it met Luffy? Do you think it would have still attached to him? We don't know, and we're probably not going to find out for a good minute. But that's going to be all for today, guys. That was just a theory I wanted to throw out there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry, I know I said the next video was going to be Loki for noobs. But listen, bro. I'm just not going to make the video. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't do it. If I don't want to make something, I'm just not going to make it. And I'm living by that rule from now on, bro. If I say a video idea, I was like, this is a good video idea, but I just don't want to make the video, I'm just not going to make the video. I'm going to make something I actually want to make, like this little One Piece theory video. I've made a lot of One Piece videos in the past. This is my first theory video for One Piece, so I hope this does well. Let me know if y'all want any other theories. You probably won't get any because I'm not much of a smart person, so this is probably my only One Piece theory I'll have for a good minute. I might do another chapter review on the next chapter of One Piece. I keep saying that and I haven't done it, but who knows? I might do it. Alright, so I'm gonna head out, y'all, because it's 9 o'clock and October 19th, Spider-Man 2 is finna come out in a couple hours, so I really need to get this video edited and uploaded so I can play the game, and I'm going to live stream it. But that's gonna be all for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to tell your mother that you love her. I'm gonna see you guys later. Room Shamu.